Does your Wi-Fi suck, and do you have problems with dead spots in your house? Well, perhaps you should look at a Wi-Fi blanket system. Hi, this is Stephen from Ownadisso, and how would I describe my internet in my home office? Well, to be honest, it is terrible. It does suck. You see, the distance between my office and the access point is actually only about 30 feet, but the access point is on the ground floor below me, and the signal has to pass through the floor and also through 2 plaster walls. So the signal strength is actually very weak. Now I do have those internet wall outlets, you plug into the power socket, and I use them for my VoIP phone, but my laptop does not have an Ethernet port, so I relied on Wi-Fi. And I imagine we've all been faced with PC rage caused by very poor Wi-Fi signal, and to be honest, there's been times when I've tried to connect through my VPN, I've practically thrown my laptop out of the window. Now I did try a range extender, but that, to be honest, was a bit hit and miss, and I kept having connectivity issues, perhaps caused by interference and also the hassle of having to connect to a second network. Also, one disadvantage with a repeater is your bandwidth is also halved. So I decided to give the Netgear Orbi a go. Now, what is the Orbi? Well, it is a Wi-Fi blanket system that uses satellites or extension nodes to extend your signal. There are competing models from Eero and Google Wi-Fi, but according to Netgear, their performance degrades as you add more and more nodes. Something that doesn't actually happen with the Orbi due to its tri-band technology. It has one 2.4 gigahertz band and two 5 gigahertz bands, one of which is a dedicated backhaul channel which communicates directly with the router unit. Consequently, this unit I have actually covers 5,000 square feet with 2 units. However, the Google Wi-Fi needs 3, but it is $90 cheaper than the $350 Orbi. The Eero system also requires 3 units, but it has 2 beacons which plug into the wall directly, which is a more elegant solution, less wires, and you don't have that huge wall plug that you get with the Orbi. Both the Google and Eero systems allow hardwire backhaul communication, which the Orbi does not. Now, this might be useful in certain situations, such as having many walls between the devices. Now, in the box, you get 2 units. One is the router and one is the satellite. You get a quick start guide and a link for the mobile app. Both units have 4 Ethernet ports and 1 USB 2 port, although the Ethernet port on the router is for the incoming signal from your modem. Now, these ports are useful for connecting perhaps external devices on your network. Setup wasn't as straightforward as I thought it was going to be honest with you. In theory, it should have been a breeze. You unplug your modem for a minute and then plug it back in, and then you connect the Orbi router to it. You then go and position your satellite unit somewhere in the middle of your house, power it up, and the 2 units automatically connect, which, to be honest, they did. The problem I had was that it messed up my modem's routing table, which took a call to Verizon to fix. Now, you can configure your system either using their app or via your computer. Now, I chose the latter, initially using the wireless, but that didn't seem to work, so I plugged directly into the modem and got it going quite straightforward after that. The only other issue I got was the firmware update. I had to manually download the updates and install them myself. Not a big deal, but for perhaps somebody who doesn't know what they're doing, it might be a bit of a hassle. Now, as with any router, you can go into the settings and change a lot of options, changing the channels the bands are accessing. You can configure parental controls, guest network, and you can also do port forwarding and other advanced settings like you would do on any other router. Now, once set up, you use the same network as you move around the house, and the system automatically decides which station to connect you to. Now, it is seamless and requires no further work from your end. Now, unfortunately, you cannot see which station you are connected to, nor what frequency band you're using, whether it's a 2.4 or the 5 gigahertz band. Now, from what I've read, you can actually see this information with the Eero, but at the end of the day, I just wanted a solid signal and a good speed. Now, the app is basic and allows you to change Wi-Fi settings, enable guest Wi-Fi, and see what devices are on the network, as well as add another satellite. So let's see how it gets on. Now first, I use speed tests to measure the download and upload speeds. And as a baseline, I initially ran it when hardwired to the modem and got a download of 101 megabits per second and an upload of 120 megabits per second. I then moved to my office and connected to my Fios 2.4 gigahertz band and got a download of only 3 megabits per second and an upload of 21. Switching to the 5 gigahertz band, the download increased to 12 and the upload stayed at around about 20. Now, connecting to the Orbi network, I got results pretty much on par with being hardwired, and I think that was fantastic. What does it mean in real life? So I downloaded the Unigine Valley benchmark. It's a 342 megabyte file and measured the time taken. I ran it twice and here are the results. Again, as a baseline, I initially was hardwired to the modem and got a quite consistent time of around about 2 minutes. Now, back in my office, I connected to the Fios Wi-Fi. The download paused and especially in the 2.4 gigahertz band, it actually took ages. Anywhere from nearly 14 minutes to 24 minutes. Switching to the Fios 5 gigahertz band was equally as bad on the first one, but it did run much better on the second, run at about 4.5 minutes. But the consistency is not there, probably because the lower range you get with the 5 gigahertz. So once connected to the Orbi network, I saw anywhere from 2.5 minutes to 4 minutes, which is much better. So to conclude, the Orbi Wi-Fi system works, and I was even able to get a decent signal at the end of my driveway. In a way, it's a shame it is expensive at $350, but if you have a large house or dead spots, it can certainly ease the frustration caused by spotty Wi-Fi, especially if you rely on it for your work. Perhaps the cheaper Google Wi-Fi may be a good option, and I would certainly love to hear your thoughts on competing systems below in the comments if you can. So thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.